So YenPress sent me a box of manga, including 2 early copies of new releases set for next month. First up is Oshinoko. Now the plot of this sounds kind of crazy, but you gotta trust me on this because I was definitely invested after a couple of chapters. This OBGYN is obsessed with this idol and he runs into her at his hospital because he is now her doctor. She's pregnant with twins. A few months later, he gets a call that she's going into labor and somebody unalives him before he can help deliver the babies. He then wakes up as one of those babies with all of his memories intact. So excited to read this. Next is I Cannot Reach You. I was so excited when I saw this in the box because this has been on my list for a long time. Now I don't know a whole lot about this one, I just know it's a BL and they are childhood friends and that's about it. But it has been recommended to me so many times, so I'm just so glad that I can finally start the series. Next is If Witch Then Witch. Okay, now at first I thought this was a GL, but it's not. So Haruka was saved by his friend Maruna back in the day when they were kids, and now years later it almost seems like she kinda hates him. He finds out that she's a witch, and in order to show his gratitude, he decides to help her graduate witch school in disguise as a girl. Next is The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter. You guys know this is one of my favorite BLs that is ongoing right now. I cannot sing the praises of this enough. It is so good. I highly recommend you check it out. It is a fantastic isekai BL. It is so good. Next is Kaiju Girl Caramelise. This cover is so funny. So this girl has we'll call it an illness. She can turn into a kaiju, and she's been trying to keep it hidden, but it seems like her symptoms return whenever she has a crush on somebody, and she just happens to have a crush on one of the most popular boys in school who happens to be her classmate. This looks super cute. I can't wait to see what happens in it. Now the last 2 I have are scheduled to come out in February. First up is SOTUS. Now this was based on a novel that was published in Thailand, so the setting of this is in Thailand. So SOTUS is actually an acronym. It stands for Seniority, Order, Tradition, Unity, and Spirit. And SOTUS is basically a tradition of hazing. So SOTUS has been implemented by the engineering department at this university for years. The main goal is to go through the ordeal and get a token to show you are worthy. One of the underclassmen tells the upperclassmen, if I can't get one for myself, I'm going to take yours by making you my wife. Last is The Princess of Convenient Plot Devices. Now this has a light novel that was released recently, so if light novels aren't your thing, maybe you can try the manga. Now this is an isekai about a Fujoshi, who is the sister of the heir to the throne. Now her brother and his soon-to-be husband need to have offspring to be next of heir, so she's expected to give up her firstborn child to be the next heir. This looks so funny. So here is the haul. All of these titles you can get online or in-store right now. The Princess of Convenient Plot Devices manga and SOTUS will be releasing soon.